new. Everybody's very excited about it. Every few days, somebody comes from the audio-visual company and unscrews everything, puts wires back in. And this could be a time to should we unplug and replug? Is that what you're thinking? So you're unplug it now.
Uh-oh.
Two. Oh, here, I'll get it up with me.
Oh, that's why it's an apple!
Oh my god, now I need to buy a phone.
Let's plug it back in. What idea?
I thought Max was...
So you guys were here for quite a while.
Yeah, we were.
Sorry to miss it. Plugging in and plugging in. How have you all been?
Good?
How are you? So I'm not an expert, but I got a feeling nothing's going to happen until I put this back in the I don't know. And this has got to go back one. We'll skip that. Nobody needs it.
Oh, come on, work.
Wake up early.
So, what we had to do earlier today was reboot it. Now, how long ago, that we have hundreds of witnesses, how long ago did it say greetings, folks? 5 minutes ago?
Now it's like
So, that was for you, really. So, this has changed, and I remember seeing Michael Craig, the guy who wrote all those books, including the one that doesn't believe in climate change. He's really tall. He's like 6'5". And in those days, he used PowerPoint, and that didn't work. So, okay, let's see. Are the audio-visual people thinking thoughts? Try to restart the machine. Hey, here, this thing has lost its signal. Fine. It's really cool. There's a touch screen here. I'd show it to you, but it's only about this big. There's a key in the computer. I think that this thing went dead. I just want you to know that when you're up here, they can hear you. See what I mean? This thing has a signal coming out, but this screen says there's no signal. And everything's fine. Well, I'll show you. So I bring this laptop, right? And then look at the size of these cables. These cables, one over here, this big, this is called, if you work in electronic packaging, as I did for a while, this black stuff is called the loom, like weaving on a loom. And then it goes over to this thing in the wall, which goes, somewhere in the building, right? And these are, if you know them familiar, they're like the phone jack, but they're the Y from the Ethernet style RJ45. This one's fine. But if you do it to this one, you don't even have to squeeze the thing, it just comes out. Castigliano's curved beams. That's right. So I've secured the wire in a curve, and so it's in bending, and it also has shear. It's going to push against. It's going to hold that jacket wall. We hope. So those of you who don't understand Castigliano's curved beam, I encourage you to take a few years, and it's really worth it. No, it's good to see you all. Okay, we're going to wrap it up. Here we go. Now, you guys are young enough so that when you see a picture like this, it is not that remarkable. The Earth and the Moon. That picture was taken from the surface of the Moon, and you can see the Earth in the background because you are members of the space generation. Now, you know what you have to do to be a member of the space generation? You have to be born after the 4th of October, 1957. Okay, there were people alive back then. Because what happened on 4 October 57?
Sputnik.
Yeah, Sputnik. Was the first human-made satellite tossed into space. Very, very well. From this clean, beautiful-looking, gigantic Soviet Union rocket. Yeah. And so you take pictures like the picture of the Earth from the Moon. You take that for granted. It's Cogula spacecraft. That has not just a camera. It has a high-resolution camera like modern HD television. So let's say, as members of the space generation, when you look at this picture of the sun, let's say that represents the sun. Then this idea is very familiar to you. There's Mars, almost 400 million kilometers from the sun. Mercury, considerably less than that, and Venus. Now, you probably know, just anecdotally, whether you know anything about space at all, that Mars is very cold, crazy cold. If you get here, the surface of Mars, at the equator on a summer day, it's 0. It's 0 Celsius, freezing. Yet right here on Mars, chest high or so, it's 20 below. Over your head, it's like 40 below Celsius. Because the Martian atmosphere is thin. If you go to Mercury, on the sun side of Mercury, it is hot.
You hate me.
Hot. Because there's the sun right there. Only 58 million kilometers away. That's nothing. Drive that far. But you'll probably drive 1 million kilometers in your life. That's not so hard. But 58 million, that's harder. And the sun side of Mercury is quite hot. It might be 270 Celsius, 300 Celsius, something like that. With that said, Venus is even hotter. Like, really hot. And I hope you all remember playing this game, where you can't step on the floor because it's like acid.
Lava.
Yes. Yes. Woo-hoo.
And then like where the wood is, that's like lava. So, yeah, and you can't go to the sink because acid comes out of the sink. Well, on Venus, it's really like that. On Venus, it's 600 Celsius. On Venus, or 600 Fahrenheit, whatever that's, 350 Celsius. It's so hot.
How hot is it?
Oh man, after that guy, it's Bill, you're really, it's so hot.
How hot is it?
Thank you. That it would melt lead. If you could take lead there, it'd be like a soldering iron everywhere. Then, they don't have acid coming out of the kitchen sink faucets. No, they have acid coming out of the clouds. The clouds on Venus are made of sulfuric acid, and it rains.